Okay, so we open up a pack with a really good rare, Flutter Wing Nuisance. Single blue mana for a 2/2 flyer. Comes in with a -1/-1 counter, and you can pay 3 mana, remove a counter, to have all your creatures draw a card when they hit the opponent. And this is for each creature, right? So if you've got 3, it's like Enduring Curiosity. If you've got 3 creatures, you'll actually draw 3 cards. So, nice one. I think if this card was not here, it's pretty... Well, I actually was going to say it's pretty close between, like, Prisma Basher, Requiting Hex, and Cinder Strike. But I do think I would narrow it down to Cinder Strike. Cinder Strike is excellent, I think. I think this is the one common to be excited about. Like, there are some solid commons, like some of the other removal spells are pretty darn solid, but this is like, wow, I'm happy to take this early. And I don't think there's a lot of commons in the set like that. Tweeze, for example, I think is substantially worse. Okay, so starting with Flutter Wing Nuisance, follow that up with a weaker pack overall, I'd say. So I like this card a lot. Probably the card I take, Wonderwine Farewell, 5 blue for a Kindred Sorcery Merfolk. That's Convoke, and you bounce 2 things, and if you have a Merfolk, you make 2 Merfolk tokens. Or at least a token for each thing bounced. Pretty strong card. With the Nuisance here, like, Fairies is not one of the main decks, right? So it's not like I'm like, grab all the Fairies, and that's what we're doing. This is going to fit into, like, a Merfolk deck or an Elementals deck or whatever. And probably at its best in a Merfolk deck where you're going wide. So, this kind of lines up. I also like the Sneak a decent amount. Solid 2. Council and Foul Knight, good 4s for the Kithkin deck. Okay, actually, you know what? I think the best way, honestly, the best way to go about drafting this set, at least early on, as you learn the new cards, is just go through, like, the high rarity stuff, see if there's anything exciting, and then go to the commons. I mean, maybe that's just how people draft generally, but there's so many really, really good uncommons and rares in this set, and so many very unexciting commons. Not unplayable, like, the commons aren't bad or anything, they're just not cards you, like, would love taking early. And I think this pack kinda is that, right? Like, so these uncommons, nothing great. Interesting. Both of them actually kind of interesting. I think this is sort of real in the Vivid deck, where you're copying elemental ETB effects. Gathering Stone maybe a little bit less so. In any case, I think I just take the Changeling here. Super flexible. It is a Merfolk. You know, there's that white Merfolk that taps to gain 2 life. Good card too, but... Oh, I didn't take that card. Oopsie, what happened? I didn't click on it quick enough. Well, my bad. We get past a good rare, though. This is a good Merfolk rare. Merfolk, or just other, but it is a Merfolk, it says other cap creatures you control have indestructible, so we will take that. Assistance, also really good for the Merfolk deck. Like, all the Convoke cards, pretty good for the Merfolk deck. Tweeze, solid. Gnarl Bark Elm, Tongue Twister. Good card, but I think a little bit worse than it looks. The installments you have to pay, like 3 and then 3, can be a little bit clunky. As in, when you cast this on 3, there's the next turn, if you activate it, you're not spending all your mana, right? So, a little bit of awkwardness there. I will take a good Merfolk here. When it comes tapped, you remove a -1 counter on it. Comes in with 3 of them. Winnowing's an interesting one. This is one I've heard, not a very good card. We'll hover over it. Basically, I don't think it's a very good card, but I also could see me being wrong about this. But it punishes the opponent if they have creatures that are not of the same type, right? So if they're not all elves, all Merfolk, or whatever, you get to kill most of their stuff if you're also mostly one creature type. I think a little bit too awkward to set up, though, to be good consistently. But like I said, we'll kind of just see. Let's see. Protective Response is good. I think in this format, most play booster formats that we've had so far, I've been advocating for like 5, 6 removal spells. I think it even... You might want to bump that up a little bit in this set, right? So something like 6, 7 removal spells. The thought there being there's a lot of really good rares, and you need to kill them. So, Response is a good one. Synergize with the Merfolk stuff is free at some points. Okay, Glamourmite, Runaway Together. Glamourmite plays well with the Nuisance, just being an invasive creature. Runaway Together, also, I think you kind of need to have some synergy to make it a good card. Like, it's not just put this in your deck, good things will happen. You want good enter the battlefield effects. You want generally cheap cards to pick up. Kind of nice to pick up this Nuisance, I guess, but I'll take the Glamourmites first here. Ooh, Spiral. It's a late Spiral. Actually, lots of good cards in this pack. Holy. Requiting Hex, quite good. Noggle Robber, quite good. Spiral, a good removal spell. Also, Wayfinder. Yeah, gonna, again, lock in that removal count, but, jeez. Yeah, Hex. So probably people just underrating this card. I think this card's quite strong. Prisma Basher here. I will take the 2-mana Merfolk, though. Not an exciting one, but I think with the Water Shaper and the Farewell and one good Convoke spell, we're, like, pretty happy about being Merfolk. Another thing, actually, to think about for this set, I'll take the Elemental, because I could see a pivot into Elementals. Well, creature types matter. They absolutely do. Ooh, speaking of which. This card's a nice one in the Elemental deck. Really like it, actually. The Treasure is really important for the Vivid stuff. Also just double spelling and all. Well, creature types matter. I don't think they are... I think people are going to tunnel vision on them a little bit. This is just from my experience playing so far. Okay, open a good one. I'll come back to that thought in a second. We'll look at this card. Kin Binding is 5 mana to... It's not exactly win the game, but it's darn close. So, you make a 1/1 every combat, and it says creatures you control get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. That's just a static ability, by the way. It's not like a trigger thing. Also Eclipse Merfolk. That's real nice. But yeah, so there's a lot of little small synergies that your deck can care about that aren't explicitly the creature types mattering, right? We've got the secondary themes of all the creature types, you know, like Convoking, Creature Fall for the Kithkin decks, and the kind of obvious synergies, the creature types mattering, they matter, and you're going to have, I'd say, you know, in an average Merfolk deck, you'll have maybe 3 cards that really care about the Merfolk stuff. And I've already seen this in early access where I think people are, again, this is just my early impressions, I think people are going to be like, oh, I have 3 Merfolk payoffs, I should take a kind of bad Merfolk card rather than just taking the good card. Good cards still matter, right? When you've got 6 payoffs, let's say, for Merfolk, then it's like, yeah, then you really just want every Merfolk you can get. This pick's sort of interesting. We've got Noggle the Mind, cool removal spell. Also Spiral into Solitude, and also Temporal Cleansing. So all pretty good things. I think I take Cleansing with the Merfolk tapping things. I care about that. Blossom Bind, another good removal spell. Probably just lock that in. I'd like the counterspell a decent amount. Again, wouldn't mind the Wayfinder here. Okay, so yeah, deck looks great. Creature count could use some padding out, but we'll get there. Oh man, I love this card. I think this card is the truth. Personify. 2 mana instant, blink something, comes back right away. Blink one of your things, to be clear, and make a changeling. I 4-for-1'd an opponent in the paper draft last night, where like I had an Eclipse creature that my opponent cast a removal spell on. I personified it in response. It re-entered. I got my trigger. It triggered something else in the battlefield to win a combat. Yeah, it was just great. We're going to take it here. I think this Wellguard is a little clunky, playable, but not on Personify's level, you know? Okay. And Welcome Sprite's fine. Just like a 2 mana 2/1 flyer, a little bit of value, never going to be sad about it. Also good with the Nuisance. I think we probably do take it. This Sun Dappled Celebrants is, I think, a little bit better than it looks. I'm not dying to play it, but I think if you've got enough cheap creatures, like 4 mana, let's say you pay 4 real mana for this, 4 mana, 5/6 Vigilance, like that thing's huge. You know, it can often be cheaper than that. Or you get a tap trigger in the mix while doing all that. Nameless Inversion, sweet card. I just take Temporal Cleansing here, though. Okay, so removal count is, like, pretty good. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sort of 6. Some interaction here. We just need to pick up the good creatures at this point. Sneakling, fine, it counts. Kind of nice with Kin Binding. It's a flash card, so it's like an instant speed way to buff up the Kin Binding. Also good with the Sprite. Ooh, Assistance Wheels. Hell yeah. Okay, that's great. Hey, Final Up, how you doing? I am, yes, I'm definitely playing in the Spotlight this weekend. Or sorry, not this weekend. It's like 2.5 weeks from now. I wish it was this weekend. But yeah, it's a giant event. 1,800 people. I guess they haven't capped out yet, but this is going to be a fun event. A long event, too. But you playing in it? We'll take an Unraveling here. Unraveling's been pretty solid. You're playing? Nice, nice. I don't care too much about these cards. Nomad. I actually might play Nomad in this deck with all the Convoke. I'm not dying to, but, you know, our creature count might just need it. I'm interested in trying out Wellguard. Again, I think this card's a little clunky. It doesn't do anything immediately and all, but I'm interested in trying. We open up Sonar. This card is kind of the epitome of when you one-tap with it. If you one-tap with it, you're likely to win the game. But as I always say, it's a 4 mana, no ETB, no protection creature. And when your opponent kills it for 2 mana, it flips, right? It's like, if this sticks, you win. If they kill this for 1 mana with a Cinder Strike, that vastly swings the game in the direction of they're probably going to win, right? Gonna take it. I do think it's a good card still. Flock Imposter would be fine too. Defenses, cool. I don't think we're aggressive enough to really want Appeal in this deck, but I might play it if I had a copy and needed the slot. Glamour Gifter. This one always confuses me. I always get this card and the Gifter mixed up. So this is a 1/2 flash that makes something a 4/4 when it comes in. Still good enough to take, I believe. Another Wellguard. Not really that interested in that. Again, works nicely with the Nuisance. Yeah, this deck's really shaping up. Like, oh my god. A Marrow. Also an Emptiness. Emptiness is good. I think Marrow is better for our deck. Like, this is always gonna, if this is 5 mana, 3/5, reanimate one of our small things, which, you know, we're not gonna cast the block on this. I think that is worse than just a Marrow here. Yeah, I didn't even read the text on Sonar. I just talked about how much I liked it. But basically, you one tap, you draw a bunch of cards. Marrow nice with Personify too, of course. Ooh, Tam. Tam. Tam is nice. So each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. And target creature you control becomes all colors until end of turn. A nice combo with Sonar. Yeah, we'll definitely grab that. Yeah, this deck's shaping up. I'm amazed at the good cards we're getting past, so apologies for not finishing my sentences, but we got past another good one. Really strong card. Works nicely with the flash stuff we have, and the Nuisance, of course. But what I was going to say is, yeah, this deck's got pretty much everything we want now. Enough interaction, good synergies, good curve. I'll take another Changeling. I think that's acceptable here. These are my favorite drafts of any format, honestly. Like, if I'm being truly honest, I love the very early days of the format where I get a 7th pick Wonder Brine Trapper. This card is also excellent. It's not quite as good as a rare, but it's really, really good. 1 mana 2/1 that becomes a tapper later. I mean, I say later. You can do it fairly early. All right, sure. Yeah, I just love getting past the nuts, you know. Gotta make some cuts. This Glamourmite on the chopping block for sure. This Counterspell. I do like the Counterspell for what it's worth, but I think on the chopping block. We'll figure it out when we get to the build. Defenses and Feastling. So Feastling is another Merfolk, which I care about a little bit. But honestly, not that much. Protection spell, probably a little bit better. Runaway actually kind of looks decent in this deck. I should consider that. Okay. Yeah, definitely happy with how this went. Ended up with a bunch of good rares and uncommons. But just to be safe, let's just take it all out, bring it all in. Rares first. That's just good deck building. Honorary rare in there as well. All our good uncommons, all our good removal. Assistance, farewell. That's 19 cards right there. I need a few more creatures. Oh, sorry. Yeah, King of Binding goes in. Personify also goes in. So yeah, I think just a few more creatures, and we'll call it a day. Yeah, exactly. Rarest first, I forget the best one. Oops. So... do I need more twos? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4... like, twos that I'm actually going to play on 2. I'm not playing Gifter on 2 very often. Plus these ones, which kind of count. Yeah, I wouldn't hate another 2, like the Scoundrel, potentially. I do want to try out this Wellguard. We've got enough stuff to make it tick. This is always kind of the litmus test, right? Like, we've got a deck for it. We've got, let's see, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to tap it. 6? So, if it sucks here... I mean, 6 isn't infinite, but, you know... if it doesn't feel good here, I'm less likely to want to play it in the future. Yeah, last card could be Scoundrel. Last card could be Glamourmite. I think I'm going to go with the Mites. Plays well with the instant speed stuff. And again, we don't care that much about Merfolk. It's like the Marrow and the Farewell. Could also see changing some cards after we play a game or two. That's one thing, just like early formats, thing you should think about. Like, don't be afraid to swap your cards out after you've played a game or two. Like, early in the format, your goal, if you're looking to do well and improve and win all that, should just be to, you know, get a good sense of how you like each card. And if a card does not spark joy, don't be afraid to swap it out for something else. Alright, so our Trapper here. 1 mana, 2/1. Cap stuff. Good stuff. Good card. Had this card yesterday in my... ooh, interesting. They did grab my Kin Binding, which is unfortunate. So this is -2, -2, or Thoughtseize for non-land permanent. Okay, anyways. Had this card in my Kithkin deck yesterday, and it was, you know, kind of not a surprise, but still excellent there. Okay, well, the good news is they missed their lands. We are pressuring pretty well. Ooh, Nuisance, too. Nice. Sick. Probably just going to activate that next turn. Okay, Mana Rock. Yeah, let's take our draw 3 here. That seems pretty good. Mana Rock, they can pay 4 to turn into a 4/4. Not too many Wraths in this set. There's like the black put 2 -1/-1 counters on everything. There's Winnowing, the card we saw in the draft, the White Wrath, that is, you know, kind of whatever. There's the Red Mythic, which is really busted, but... Okay, they're gonna Blight 1 to exile my 2/2 flyer. That's totally fine. Marrow's great. We'll just cast that and probably Blossom Bind this Loyalist. Removal spell... Make some tokens or Water Shaper. Got a good enough board. Let's just take... I was going to say the interaction over the threat, but, you know, it's also some threats. Okay, yeah, so they stumbled. Looks like there were some Splish Splashy deck. They missed their land 2, or land 3. We curved out. Typical story, you know? Well, so far, I like the cards I cast. I will not be changing anything. Okay, yeah, great hand. Trap her into the Reejerey. I can tap my own Reejerey to take counter off of it if it can't get it in this turn. Although, it makes more sense to tap down their creature. Just thought I'd say something that sounded kind of cute. They have a Blossom Bind here. Silver Gun Mentor. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. So 2/1, and if they reveal a Merfolk, they make a 1/1. Ooh, Sonar. Not currently castable Sonar, but a Sonar. Okay, so let's go. Glamour might tap down the 2/1, attack with the Reejerey. Yep. Let's do one. Play that Paddler we knew about. Nuisance. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We get in with the Reejerey and the Glamourmite. I can play Nuisance. I think that's something I want to do for sure. This is going to have to get double blocked, so I could Protective Response. I do kind of like that. So yeah, let's do all that. See if they double block. They in fact do. Okay, so now they're kind of in a spot where they have to kill this Nuisance, or else I just draw approximately 1 billion cards. Again, I'll hover on Nuisance for those who have not seen it. Had fun with the set, pre-release sealed, but so many dirtily stalled boards. Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen a little more in sealed, right? Although, to be fair, I do think this draft format can get to those game states fairly commonly, too. More common than we had seen in the past few sets, I'd say. Liminal Hold. Okay. That's cool. Exile my thing. Big gain 2. That was nice. That was nice. I can also, if I want, if I have the mana to do it, like, Temporal Cleanse this at some point, activate it. But for now, we will just send. A lot of the 2s have felt stinky, but that could be an issue on your end. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. A lot of the 2s, I wouldn't quite call them stinky, but they don't scale very well into the late game. So any 2 that does that, like Reejery, a card we gave like a reasonably low grade in the set review was like the uncommon 4/4 for 2 that comes in with 2 negative counters, and you can remove a counter to give something indestructible, like pay 2, remove a counter, give something indestructible. Sorcery Speed. The sorcery speed ability that gives something indestructible is like fairly minor, but just being a 2 that has relevance as the game goes on is really important. You know, I could say that. Okay, cool. I could say that about most limited formats, but maybe a way to put it is in some limited formats, I'm just like, yep, get as many 2s as you can get. Just more 2s, the better. You want some expensive stuff, but, 2s is the name of the game. I think you want to be building up the curve in this set. I think you want an impactful 3, an impactful 4, an impactful 5. Sick hand. Hopefully we draw lands. We play a Trapper. Okay. We did draw a land. So I could spiral this thing. Kind of tempted to. Though I think I'll just chill. I could try to eat it next turn with this Guardian. That'd be kind of sweet. So they could have the deal 4 to an attacker. That definitely makes some sense here. They don't do anything. They kind of hover it over their hand. Probably worth playing around that. Although, if I play around it here, they'll have it for the Guardian next turn. The advantage of playing around it here is it wastes some of their mana. Yeah, I kind of actually like, let's go no attack and Marrow. Yeah, I will grab Adept. That's a nice one. Okay, well that solves my problem. Because the card I was playing around is deal 4 to an attacker. Think it's not worth pecking in for a point and being able to play around that. Interesting. Pass the turn again. Okay, so what's that mean? I guess kind of unclear. What do we want to do here? We could go Adept attack. That seems fine. Could also just attack with his Marrow and plan to hold up Guardian. Kind of like just playing the Adept here. Hey, Xenelius, how's it going? Okay, they did nothing. What do you have? Sneak Blink. Yeah, tap my Water Shaper. You got it. Shore Lurker. That shore is a good thing to either spiral or cleanse. We drew the Guardian too. It's kind of nice. And this is the moment, right? Like, here is the moment I always talk about. The fact that we get to tempo positively kill this thing. That was their turn. Like, this is a pretty big swing in the game. It was fairly even, maybe slightly advantage us before this happened. Now we're just, like, going to be massively advantaged here. How do I want to do this, though? I could go Guardian and Convoke with the Guardian and the Nuisance. I could also Solitude it plus play Reedry. I could also Guardian plus Solitude. Guardian plus Solitude seems pretty good. Sorry, I don't know why I went to cast that there. No reason to. By the way, this is pacifism that you can pay 2 to sack to exile the enchanted creature, but you gotta blight 1. Which is nice with our Nuisance. You can retrigger the ability. Stratosaur. Okay. So 3/5 when it enters, gives something flying. And we will just promptly eat that. Well, more accurately, eat the Trapper. Okay, so now... Oh, didn't want to do that. Let's see. How do we want to go about this? I'd like to draw my cards this turn. That feels pretty nice. But I guess there's no way to do that, so... Not without getting, leaving the Stratosaur on board, right? I mean, there are ways, but I draw fewer cards. I think it's just better to do this. Tap the Reedry. Yeah, I also get to... Oh, interesting. I could keep up the negate here instead. Like, tap down the Nuisance, get in for 5, keep up negate. Yeah, that's probably better. Doesn't change the clock. Presumably. Cool, cool. Any thought to drawing 3 there instead of ambushing? I don't think so. Like, currently the game is not about card advantage. Like, it's about tempo. We're racing. We're just trying to add to the board. You know, both players are trying to add to the board as best they can. I'd rather just play all my stuff. Start racing, get more pressure on board. This hand is definitely worse than our previous hands have been. We do have a 2. We have a clunky 7. We've got a removal spell if we draw a Plains. I think our deck is pretty good. Like, good enough to stomach a mulligan with this kind of hand. I also think I could keep it. Hey, Kwasi, how's it going? How's the format? Really good. I personally am really, really enjoying it right now. Vibes tend to be, seem to be good from most people as well. I think I'm supposed to mull it, but man, it's close. Okay, this hand is probably worse, but we'll keep. I think if our deck was a little bit worse, I would keep that hand. But I think our average 6 is probably better than that 7. Okay, will I be casting this as a 1/2? Probably with double Convoke card in hand. Ooh, Morkant's Eyes. So this is the Elf enchantment. Pretty strong. I like this one. They Surveil on their upkeep, and they can sack it for 4 mana to make a bunch of elves. Equal number of elves in their grave. Counts as elf, too, because it is an elf. Okay. That was a good draw, because now I can just play the Wellguard. Hopefully it eats a removal spell, and then Sonar will stick. Tilling. Mill 4. Take something. Took a 4-mana 3/3 menace. Mill 3. Exile an elf from their grave. Drain 2. Good card. I like this card quite a bit. Yeah. They're, like, even activating it next turn, they're not going to. It might actually, now that I think about it, right? Like, they play this, they mill an elf or 2. Like, that's really good. This was really good for us, though, the fact they played this thing. So now we get to get them. We get to go boop, boop. Yeah, and again, there's that moment, folks. There's that moment. That is a swing. Yeah, I also could have gone... Maybe, you're right, maybe Sonar into Cleansing would have been better there. That's actually kind of close. I can do that again next turn. Okay. So, yeah, let's do that. Prob's bouncing the... or cleansing the Druid here. Just cutting them off some mana. Yeah, let's do this. Will I be attacking with this Wellguard? No, we'll just tap it. Okay, we're set up well. They've got a huge board to deal with and Sonar. Like, if they spend, you know, even 2 mana killing a Sonar, that means we probably still have a great attack. They could stabilize, though. They kill Sonar, they play a decent blocker. I still probably attack all, but then I'm not quite in killing range just yet. 4/4 trample. That one is okay. Oh. Okay, no, I was going to say, I can flash this in response. I guess I didn't really want to. Choose up to 3. Okay, so how does this card... Let me just double check on how this card works. At the beginning of your first main phase, reveal cards from the top of your library till you reveal X non-land cards, where X is the number of colors amongst permanents you control. Okay, so that is currently 3. For each of those colors, you can exile a card of that color and cast them. Okay, sick. So, white card, black card, and... guess I take the Sprite as it's the castable one. Oh god, we get to blink the gifter in combat too. That's nasty. I think we're just jamming, right? Yeah, just end. I can also blink Sonar here. I think I want to trade rather than just save it. Although that's kind of close. That's kind of close. Maybe that's not right. Yeah, it's probably just best to blink Sonar. Cool. Oh, should I turn on my how do I turn on the board, the hybrid? Do people like this? I kind of liked I liked it watching. I don't know if people like watching it here, but yes, exactly, Guiji. I agree. I think we could get outcarded if they somehow stabilize. That's how we lose this game. Thing's big. Sure is an 8/8. So we're gonna be able to draw 4 cards off this turn. Attacking with their 8/8s. That's fine. Okay. So are they just dead? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, they're just dead. They're just very dead. Oh, Blossoming Defenses is a card, right? Blossoming Defenses is a card. Does that change anything? Yes, I should take in Binding. Oh, I think I could have chosen more cards there, but I didn't. Okay, cool. Yeah, Kin Binding Busto. Sweet. Yeah, also works in the opponent's turn, Kin Binding. It's just a static effect. So if you have a flash creature, I don't know if there's an instant speed way to make a token. I don't think so. Oh, that's not true. The festival, the uncommon Kithkin card, Klacken Festival or whatever. That card does it with instant speed. This hand looks fine. Yeah, it's actually got a nice little instant speed package. Springleaf Drum. Ooh, interesting. You're late, Trapper. That's fine, though. Oh, the blink trick I have? Yeah, the blink trick I have. That does it. That doubly does it, right? The black comet trick that can generate an elf. Yeah, that's true, but not likely to be relevant, right? Because it's usually going to generate an elf after combat. But you're not wrong. It does make a token on the opponent's turn. Okay. So, gonna just try to eat this 1/1, I think. They also could just tap it to cast a 4-drop. Oh, they can also... Okay, sorry, I should do it like this. I was gonna say, they can also tap with the drum to pump this, so... just better to tap down their Mentor. This thing is a... I don't need those. 3 mana 1/3, when it becomes tapped, Merfolk gets +2/+0. Nope, take the 1. Okay. Yeah, so nothing great to personify just yet. So we'll just play our Trapper. Could block here. That feels kind of reasonable. Could also just take 3 or potentially 5 if they choose to tap this Falter. I think I will take a little bit of damage to see how this game unfolds and see what I'm supposed to do. It's not clear if I'm supposed to block there or not. As far as, like, who's supposed to be racing. That's a decent draw, too. Okay. Do they have a 3-mana instant? Kind of feels like it. They didn't... Okay. They could have pushed a little more damage. Maybe it's a reactive instant, and I didn't do anything that they wanted to react to. So, Prob's going to tap down this Spikeling. Sig. Okay, well, never mind. We're going to tap down whatever Sig targets. So, Sig can't be blocked. And... Okay, it is this. They target something. When that deals damage to me this turn, they draw a card. They can flip Sig for a white mana, give something protection on the backside, and, you know, flips back and forth. Okay, so we tap here. Removal spell and removal spell. Removal looks like not that great here. Tapping down Sig or Blossom Blinding it doesn't actually do that much. Still gets the flip abilities. Could tap down the Vaulter though. No, actually, that's a bad idea, because then they just give it protection from blue, and the enchantment falls off. So I think I'm at least bottoming the Bind. I think I'm probably bottoming the Cleansing, too. Just, like, not enticing targets. I need some value here, I think. Some velocity, some card draw, some kin bindings, that would be good. Just trade here. Slightly better trade here, probs. I could also trade here. I don't hate that at this point. Yeah, kind of like it. Nuisance. I also like that. Okay, so... could do it activate and still... have Personify up. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. If they trade with Sig, I think I'm fairly happy with that. I can also... reset this Nuisance. Ah, Block Imposter. Okay. Yeah, block makes some sense. I think I just let this happen. Okay. That works. Ooh, they have an instant, though. Interesting. Wonder what that's about. Oh, it might just be the Springleaf Drum. Okay, I'll take a little bit of a risk here. Yeah, Blight lets me reactivate the Nuisance, which is sweet. Oh, I should probably have just done it now, actually. There's ways I get punished. Oh, actually, aside from ways to get punished, they can just tap it and give the Spike Link +2. So yeah, this was just wrong on multiple accounts. Another reason this was wrong, yeah. Like, I don't get to keep up Personify, but I don't think that's important. It's just getting this off the table. Okay, they gas another. Sure, sure. Okay, so now we will do this. Counter on here. We draw an island. Alright, we chill. Best draw on the deck might be Eclipse Merfolk. Ooh, that's a good one. Actually, no, Kin Binding. If Kin Binding is in the deck, that is my best draw. So this is, at the end step, they get to take a counter off it and reanimate a 2-power creature. Very strong. They're gonna bring back Flock Imposter, potentially. That's a nice little combo, too. Alright, I just have to take this. No, I think they've been pretty conscious about not letting me, like, this makes sense. They've really, nice, made some efforts to make sure I don't draw a card off this nuisance. So I think that's most likely what's happening here. So now we chill, and we can personify at instant speed. What happens if I send here? And they block, I remove a counter. I die to a removal spell. Ooh, rough. Yeah, so now they can just pump the team. Hey, Adam, how's it going? Appreciate the sub. Alright, how am I supposed to navigate through this? Poorly, I think is the answer. I can block the giant with the nuisance and then personify, but I have to block somewhere else to not just die as well. So we just do this, I guess. Not a great use of personify, but hey, Cork, how's it going? Oh, I suppose I could have... Sorry, two things ranting. I could have eaten this Spikeling. Yeah, that was way better. My bad, my bad. I was thinking he was +1 there. Oh, no, but then they could just pump and kill me, so I take it back. Wouldn't have made a difference. But I did forget that it would pump +2. Okay, I think we're mega dead, so we'll take our draw step and see what happens, but... It's not a bad one. Okay. Alright, 4-1. So we can bang out a few more wins. Hey, Clarm, how you doing? Yeah, real solid. It's a good draw, too. Black, green. Ooh, they take something. What you gonna take? I can honestly see them taking... Probably not the Glamour Might, but either my 2 or my 4. Okay. Tis fine, tis fine. Says I've been playing a lot already. What's the best deck in the format? Honestly, like, I don't have high confidence in this whatsoever, but I do really like Goblins. I think Goblins are pretty good. Not willing to call it the best deck, but a strong deck at very least. Alright, Might down, tap you down. This is 4-2 that whenever it attacks, another has to be blocked and another elf gets +2/+1. So, what do I want to do? Probably just trap her in Spiral. That seems fine. Marlin is strong. Okay, they miss. That's good. It's good for the home team here. We can go Changeling, get in for 4. Yeah, that seems fine. Sorry, Changeling, Cleansing, get in for 4. Oh. Get him for 2, because I tapped the... I tapped the wrong one. Arena also didn't help, but I could have done that better. Okay, so I think we're just going to cast Assistance end of turn here. Probably want to play the land. Let's get in. How was the paper draft? It was good. It was really fun. Posted some thoughts in the Discord if you want to read them. Okay, so they hit off the top again. And my kin binding. Awkward. Okay, we take 5. Oh, yes, I should definitely at some point blight away here. Well, not definitely, but there's a thought to lowering it for the count of elves and or fairies for this card, right? Sorry, I should cast this first. That is smart. Actually, probably won't matter, but I'm going to do it this way anyways. Alright, fetch this, tap down Marlin. Unfortunately here, if I hadn't messed up, I'd have lethal here. Okay, well that's pretty good too. Could even go like bounce this, bounce the core. If they draw a land, they can cast them both this turn. Probably just better to get this thing off the battlefield, send it back. Even if they hit something pretty good here, we're still a favorite to win, I think. Alright, and they missed on castables. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I made that game a little harder than it should have been, but, you know. Good cards did their thing. Oh yeah, the Manolith is... Sorry, I forgot about that. I said they missed. They didn't miss. The Manolith being a changeling means they could have cast those cards. Funny. Funny, funny. Deck's been awesome though. Like I was talking it up in the draft, but it has played out real nice. Yes, I believe I will keep this hand. Ooh, Emissary. This card's so good. I love this card. We're gonna flash in our Sneakling and eat it. 1 mana, 1/1. Oh, they didn't bite, eh? 1 mana, 1/1, Death Touch. Whenever that creature they control enters, they gain a life. Great draw. Gonna punch spell here, maybe? Yeah, okay. So I'm opening up to myself to that moment that I've been talking about, where if they have like a deal 2 achieve removal spell, this is a real big swing in the game. If they can also double spell, but I think it's too bad not to spend all my mana this turn. Yeah, take it. Noggle Robber. Yeah. Okay, well, we at least get in 1 hit, which is sweet. Am I happy about this trade? They make another treasure. I mean, I could just chill. It's honestly not that good. I could also get in Glamourmite this thing, keep the train going. Yeah, that's better, of course. We're racing too, so it's not just like clearly better. Gaining some life, virtual life by tapping something down is relevant, but would like this well guard to keep on ticking. Seems like a pretty fine block for me here. If I don't make this block, I go to 8. Yeah, I like this. Okay, they're gonna gain a lot of life. And a changeling. Cool, cool. Okay. Yeah, glad I traded. The race not in our favor. How do I feel about attacking? They get a card. I get a 1/1. I think that is a favorable exchange right now. Could also do this. They're likely to go trade here. No blocks. They take 5. Go to 11. I think they're almost certainly blocking here. If they don't block, that's also not that bad for me. So yeah, I like it. Block as expected. They had a land, which is probably good for them. They've been stuck on lands. Two, make a token. Okay, so they gain 4. Yeah, that's real good. It's real good. Alright. Some action, please. No action. So if we send like this, what happens? I take 3. I can block here. Not great stuff, honestly. Probably supposed to keep back the Guardian. Am I taking 3 from this robber? Probably yes as well. I don't think I'm double blocking. I mean, I could double block Sneakling and a token. I don't think I want to give it the Sneakling, though. Holds back the 1/1s. Ooh, that's large. It's a nice draw, and a draw that punishes me for not playing my land. Definitely should have done that. So we kind of just need to hit a cheap interaction spell for this Pummeler, right? Even if we hit that, say we hit a pacifism effect. We have 3 blockers. Yeah, we die to a removal spell. What else can I draw here? Yeah, I have a Blossom Blind. I think I'm cool saying I'm dead to removal, you know? Good draw. Would have been awesome if we found, like, a cheap creature to go along with it. So, yeah, we've got a block here, a block here. We go to 1, assuming they have nothing. Seems kind of unlikely. Yeah, okay. +3/+3. Alright. GG. Yo, Prof. Galileo, coming with that Prime. Appreciate you. Do I typically play best of 1, best of 3? Best of 1 almost always on stream. Best of 3... Usually even off stream I play best of 1. But some, a little more often best of 3 off stream. But I do play, a fair amount of competitive events, paper events. So obviously those are best of 3. Alright, playing eyes. Planes, hell yeah. Hyper Ink, how's it going? Appreciate the Prime. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Nothing, eh? What's that about? Could be the Reach Elf. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm kind of fine playing into that, I think. Hey, Pirates, how's it going? Has been a while. How you doing? Lorwyn, really, you're back in? Boy, oh boy. Okay, so this is a weird card. I'm actually kind of interested to play this card in like an extremely heavy deck of one type. I think it's actually kind of hard to get there in this set. Like, it's a creature type deck or creature type set, but to make this card work, you need like 17 to 16. That range of the same creature type. Otherwise, it just hits a little too infrequently. Okay, so yeah, I just take the Guardian and I mean, honestly, I'm probably not even playing the Guardian. We're just gonna Kinbind and take over the game that way, but I'll show him I had a rare. That's the function of keeping that card. Oh, appreciate the sub. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Okay, so they did reveal. Hit a relevant creature here. But they're just pretty dead. If they just play one thing. They can play two things here, so they're not just dead. But they also might just be dead, because Sinar revealing a bunch of good cards. We'll see. Okay. Honestly, some thought to casting a removal spell there. Actually, yeah, I actually should have, I think, after drawing another. It was worth pushing the damage there. Oh, that'll do as well. That'll do as well. Lock that down. Let's get in. Pump the team. Yeah. Gifter. Makes you huge. Pumps the team. And that'll be that. Is that our last game? No. We're 6-2, so this will be our last game, no matter what. Yeah, this is a keep. Yeah, last game ever. No more Magic for me after this one, chat. I'm moving on to Flesh and Blood. Oh, nice. Good draw as well. It's been a good run. Had to start a lot from our opponents, eh? Like 3 of our matches so far have been turn 2 mentor. Into Vaulter. We take. Okay, we Merfolk. A little unfortunate. Can't cast any of these. I probably want the Tapper. When I do eventually find my mana. Should save the quit MTG jokes for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one, folks. Okay, they have their own Tapper. Tapper, Trapper. It is a Trapper that taps. And another Mentor. Cool. Guess I'm just binding here and getting in. If I don't draw Plains next turn, and probably even if I do, we're going to activate the Nuisance, draw some cards. Hopefully we go like Plains into Plains. Cleansing ain't bad either. Okay, so what's happening here? They're going to tap down something. I think the attack is still pretty good, though. If they have a removal spell for the Sprite, it's a lot less good. But I think it's good enough. Okay. Yeah. Well, slightly unideal, but things that extend this game are not like I think those are in my favor, you know, with this kin binding in hand. Very likely to draw Plains now. We've seen what we were 27 cards. We put 3 on the bottom. Those are just good odds. 3 non-Plains, that is. Sorry to specify. All right, there's one. We did it. I think I'll play this Reejerey first to get that grow in. Oh, sorry. Guess they don't have to have a bunch of creatures. Yo, Nikolai Bolas. Nikolai, how's it going? Appreciate the subs. How you enjoying the set so far, my friend? Oh, of course. Yeah. No, those are always fun. And we jam still. Tight game. I actually had a lot of games that were super tight, like yesterday when I was playing Paper. I think a lot of games are going to be lost in one of the combat step in this format. Just like playing the combat steps right, like tactically and strategically. Kind of felt a little tricky. Planes. Oh, not a planes, but I sure as hell will take it. Play our trapper. Bounce both white cards here and have good things happen to us. Yo, Sam, how's it going? You drafted today yet? So basically, yeah, that's cool. Basically, any non-island is a good draw right here. That was a non-island. It was a good draw. In. Hey, Mad Moses, how you doing? Yeah, really not a ton the opponent can do here. Again, very few rats in this set. There's the white one that cares about creature types. They would kill, like, Sonar and my fairies, I suppose. I mean, I guess they could kill my, my fairies, but... Alright, didn't win on the spots, but I'll survive. Boop. Okay. Cool. Yeah, opponent stumbled a little bit. We drew some of our good cards. As it is. Okay, so, yeah, let's look at the deck. Just to marvel at it, because it was awesome and great. And a blueprint for a good deck, I would say. Tip 1, chat. Blueprint. Good cards. Rares. We never drew Tam, actually, I just realized. Not a single time. Didn't see it. Okay, so... Yeah, I do want to really shout out what I said in the draft, again, about interaction. And wanting a lot of it in this set. So, we actually didn't face too many busted rares. That was just like, oh man... You know, just like, get that thing out of here. So glad I have my 2-mana removal spell. But we did see a lot of... tempting cards that cards that people are going to be tempted to play that are expensive, that don't have an end to the battlefield or protection effect, right? And this is just like typical of this of any Magic set. This isn't specific to this set, but the thing that is specific to this set that we didn't quite see was like high density of must answer cards, right? Like rares, that is. And yeah, I think you should aim for 6 or 7 interaction spells. That feels pretty good to me. But yeah, rest of this deck, just good stuff. Like, let's pull us out the side of the power. The bangers, as it were. We had a lot of them. This card was okay. I didn't feel great about it. I always kind of had a little bit of a, clench my butthole moment. When I'm like, alright, please, hope this survives. Hope it doesn't get killed for 1 mana. When it survived, it was solid. Yeah, Personify, I was talking about that card in the draft. Excellent. Just really love this card. Lots of utility. And yeah, rest of the deck just... Oh, another powerful card. Bunch of good stuff.